Hello, everybody, and welcome to Winning with Wisdom with Apostle Baylor. God bless you guys. Looking forward to seeing you. Guess what? Haven't seen you in a long time, but want to see you guys now. See you, Adrian. I guess everybody else is logging in. Okay, I see everybody logging in, and that's positive. Thank God. See you. I see you. Okay, Elder Moore. I see you, Annie Shumpert, and Adrian. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I see. Well, I guess we'll get started because time is moving on. It is moving on. I'm telling you, time is not waiting on anybody. And it's good. How you guys doing, man? How you guys? Everybody doing all right? Hopefully everybody is doing well and everything is going well. Everybody's doing well. Okay. All right. I'll tell you what we're going to do because we have about 15 minutes. We've already moved on. So let's do this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to jump right into the lesson so we can cover some good information. All right. That's exactly what I want to do. Man, this got me a little bright on here, so I got to change that a little bit. Let me change that a little bit. They making me seem like I'm in another demographic. Okay. Okay, I think that'll handle today. Okay, good to see everybody though. Good to see everybody. And what we're going to do, let me jump in. Let's see here. Let's prepare to jump in here and we're going to talk about the word of the Lord. Okay, that's exactly what we are going to do. Let me see, Lord. Okay, there we are. Okay, this is where we are today. Okay, what we're going to do, didn't take. Let's jump in here. Okay. That should have did it, but it didn't. Boy, sometimes, man, this is the truth. Sometimes technology does what it wants to do by itself. It does that, and I don't know why, but it does what it wants to do. Let me go here. Let me try to go here and see what we can pull up. There we go. There's a lot of ways you can do this, man. You know, you have to really know how to work these things so you can do what you do. And I'm going to touch on some things today. Okay, and I'm going to come back and just holler at you guys so you can see that you know exactly what I've been teaching. Okay, let's jump into this. Okay, this is Apostolic Mantles number 11. Think about that. 11 lessons. 11 lessons. This is the 11th lesson. Okay. All right. Here's what we've dealt with in the last session. We talked about, we started with 12 different types of apostles. And I want you all to know that, man. I want you all to know that because, I mean, sometimes people don't know that there are different kinds of apostles. I'll touch bases on this when I get to what I am. You'll see that a lot of apostles walk in different roles, and they just think differently. They work differently, and these are some of the apostles that we dealt with the last time I had the opportunity to teach. Listen to this. Okay, here's one of the first of the 12 types of apostles. Number one, the connecting apostle. Listen, these leaders love networking key people together. So they like to pull people together from different places and different churches, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So everybody can start working together. Okay. Then secondly, we talked about the truth apostle. Well, y'all know what that is. Okay. These leaders major on quality, doctrine, and binding order. Okay. And they deal with truth. They deal with truth, okay? With doctrine. Well, you're dealing with truth when you deal with doctrine, okay? Okay. And then number 3, we talked about the prophetic apostle. Again, y'all know what that is. These leaders are visionaries, dreamers, and they think ahead. Well, it seems, and I'll tell you this. I talked about this the last time I was teaching um, um, on Wednesday. Basically, what I was trying to help people think that depending on what God has enabled an apostle to do, he has different gifts that he operates in. What I mean by that, some apostles were prophets before they became apostles. So obviously they're going to really operate in the realm of the prophetic. Apostle Leo Lewis is like that. I mean, he was an apostle. I mean, he was a prophet first, and then God, moved him up to being an apostle. And you got to know this: he is a man that at times sounds like a prophet. And that's one of the leaders that we call the prophetic apostle. Okay, hopefully y'all got a lot out of that. Today we're going to talk about this, because I'm not going to be able to do all of these, but I'm going to talk about the military apostle, the cultural apostle, the signs and wonders apostle, excuse me, the community apostle, the missiological apostle, and then last but not least, the shepherding apostle. Well, it was interesting, y'all. I'll say this to y'all so y'all can understand exactly what I'm going to be teaching today. An apostle can be in the realm of different apostles. Like I'm looking right at here. When you start dealing with a type of an apostle, number 4 is me. Y'all know me. I talk to you all about the fact that we are always in war, okay? And that what that does, that tags me as a military apostle. I've said this to you guys a few times, that some of the armor bearers that helps me a lot, they tell me, and they ask me the question, Bishop, were you in the Navy, the armor, the Navy, the Marines? Were you in one of those? Army, Navy, Air Force, or Marines? I said, no. They say, you act like it. But that's just the way I am. I can't help that. But when you look at the numbers, number 4, that's a military apostle. Then you look down on number 6, signs and wonders apostle. Well, y'all know this. I flow in this a lot. Okay? And I'll just stop there. And if something really sounds like me, we'll talk about it. Okay? We will talk about it. So we have number 4, the military apostle. Number 5, the cultural apostle. Number 6, the signs and wonders apostle. Number 7, the community apostle. Number 8, the missiological apostle. And then today, we won't get this far, I don't think. Maybe we will. Number 9 is the shepherding apostle. This is an apostle that loved just to take care of the people like a father takes care of his children. Everybody has something. Every apostle has a particular role that they drive on. Okay, they have that. I'm basically a military apostle and a signs and wonders apostle. I just want you all to know, when y'all see me doing things that you're saying, why did Bishop do that? It's because I'm a military apostle and a signs and wonders apostle. All right. Hopefully y'all got something out of that. Let's jump in. Let's deal with Philippians chapter number 1, 1 and 2. It's in chapter 1 and 2. Paul, listen to this, everybody. A prisoner of Jesus Christ, and Timothy, our brother, unto Philemon, our dearly beloved and fellow laborer, and to our beloved Apphia and Archippus, our fellow soldier, to the church in the house. So this apostle was a military apostle. One thing that you will know, that there is a military apostle leading you, is one thing about a military apostle. They love fighting. They love fighting, not people. They love fighting the devil. and everything he has to deal with. And I'm like that, but the Lord protects me, because if the Lord wasn't protect me, I would really be in trouble, because I fight the devil with words. I fight him by helping to deliver people, to heal people. Is a lot that goes with this, okay? All right, let's deal with the military apostle. These are like military generals. This is why some of the armor bearers here at Faith Miracle Temple, they've asked me many times, Bishop, were you in the military? I said, no, man, I was in college all the time. But I will say this: when I think it was like my sophomore or junior year in college, man, I got so sick of college because it was slow to me. And there's a number of other things I didn't like. So I told my mother, I'm going into the Marines. Notice what I was going to go into. I was going into the Marines. You know, the Marines are the toughest group that a person can get in. And there are other things underneath what a person can get into. Okay, when they enroll as a military person. Okay, so listen to this. These are like military generals in the body of Christ who create hierarchical networks with a strong top-down leadership approach. What that says is this: when you have a military apostle, he's going to lead the church. He has a top-down way of leading. He doesn't let things lead from bottom up. He leads, man. He leads that. Listen to it again. These are like military generals. So when you see a military apostle, he's going to lead. I mean, this is what I am. I could be worse than I am now, but I'm a part of this, a military apostle. But I don't try to step on people, because, also with being a military apostle, not only that, I'm an apostle that helps people with what they do. That's what I do. I try my best to serve. I serve y'all a lot. What people have to do in the various things that they have been given by God to do, I try to help them all I can. And I know if I help them, they're going to be successful. Okay. So these are military generals. Y'all know generals are at the top. These are, and they lead a number of people in the Army, Navy, Air Force, or Marines. Okay. These are like military generals in the body of Christ who create hierarchical networks with a strong top-down leadership approach. There it is. Okay. But what they really worry about, they don't look at it as a something that they are over, and it's just maybe 200 people. No, man, they look at the whole the entire group of Army, Navy, Air Force, or Marines as covering the whole United States. That's how they look at it. That's how they look at it. That's what hierarchical means. That's what they do. Okay. And notice I talked about this a second ago. They are top-down leaders. They do the leading. They do the leading, because most times, apostles are right. When I talk to people about things that they shouldn't do, or they need to do it a different way, when it all comes to where the rubber meets the road, they find out Apostle Baylor was right again. Usually, because God lets you do that. Okay. Listen, they usually lead strong vertical networks with high commitment and are not really interested in the tips. Oh, that's really a weird word. Interested in participating in ecumenical association unless it fits their particular agenda, or they lead it. Listen why. This is why. This is because they are so focused on their purpose and lack patience and grace to work with other strong leaders who have a different view of the church, who do not want to submit to their leadership. They lead it, man. They're going to lead it. That's what a military apostle does. Okay? In Philippians verse 1 and 2, watch this. Paul looked at himself as a general, like a military general. That's how he looked at himself, because he was a military apostle. What do y'all think about that? Let me come for a second and just see what y'all think about that. Now they saying this now. Oh man, what are they doing now? I was trying to, okay, man, show on screen. No, we don't see that on screen. I can go to something else. Praise the Lord, Debo. Good to see you, man. I'm not getting a lot of feedback from everybody. Not getting the feedback from everybody. And usually they have a way that I can click on the, but there we go. Cloud recording. We good there? Let me see, because I don't see you guys here at this point. Let me go here and see what's here. No, not that one. It should be this one right here. This should bring you guys on it. I don't see you guys at all. I don't see. All I see here is, man. Oh Lord, Bob, can you see what will cause this to show itself? Because it's not doing that. It's not doing that. Okay, let me back. Let me see. Trying to make sure that we are here. Oh, let me see. I do not see you guys on this. I do not see you guys on here. I can do it this way. They let me do it this way. It's kind of off, but I can still pull it up this way. I don't like it this way, but I can do it this way. Okay. I can do it that way, but it's plan B. It's plan B.
Is it showing everything?
It's showing the people that come on, and if it's not that many, they just, they just go over the top.
Okay, hit this right here.
What?
Right there. The square, the little square.
Oh, that's just gonna make it big.
That gives you everything you're looking for?
Nah, you ain't gonna get all of it. But when new people come in, it just shows it.
Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, we there, so whatever. But that's not. I should have to do this, but I do. I have to do it. Before, that's some of the stuff you never learned until it just popped up like this, and you got to do it. It's ridiculous. Yeah, well, okay, we call it that to give them a break. We could do that, but they always. They all, well, you've been down this road before. Always. They always got something going, man. They don't tell you nothing. Yeah, I just go there. Yeah, it's always something. Okay, what do y'all think about? I'm gonna ask you guys this. I'm gonna ask you guys about the military apostle. What do y'all think about that? Love the background music. Ain't no background music on now. Yeah, back again for another stream. What game is this? That's not a game. What do y'all think about, everybody? I'm asking a question. What do you guys think about the military apostle? I don't see y'all here. What game? This is not a game. This is not a game. This is a Bible study. This is a Bible study. You haven't been watching this for 2 hours because we haven't been up that long. Love background music. Music lover. Let's see. No, you haven't been on that long. Some of y'all, I think y'all having a a head wonder. Uh, this is not a game, stream fan. It is not a game. This is a Bible study. I'll just go and do what I need to do. I can just get y'all out of here, though. This is totally messed up. Totally messed up. Totally. Okay. Now you haven't been watching this for 2 hours because we just been going on. We just been up about maybe 20 minutes. About 20 minutes, maybe a little more. Let's see. Let me see. Can I get down here and round it? Large demo. Demo large. Round it. Let me get some of y'all out of here. Yeah, we're teaching about how to deal with Jesus Christ. Hopefully, all of you guys are you guys a part of Jesus Christ? I'm asking that question. I'll just continue to see if y'all like it. Okay, y'all just check me out. This is a church, and I'm the pastor of it, and I'm teaching a lot of the people how to deal with an apostle. Do y'all know what an apostle is? There's a whole nother game came in here. I don't know who they are. You can't? Well, I can see them on. Yeah, they crazy. They say they've been watching for 2 hours. I don't know what they've been doing. Yeah, not on here, but it's on there. Like this, like nice gameplay. Where is that at? What game is this? What game is this?
You don't even have that channel turned on. That's some kind of mistake. Restream had to make. That channel's not turned on. You only got Facebook and YouTube turned on.
Right. I don't know what this is. I don't even know what it is.
Whoever that is from the game channel just need to log out and log back into their regular channel.
What game is this? This I've been telling them. This is not a game. Y'all need to close out here on this church. On this church, this church stream and go back to what you was looking at, so y'all can know exactly what you are looking forward to seeing. And you can't do that. Love the background music. There is no background music on here. They do that on that, you know, what they watching, what they like watching. Yeah, this is amazing content. If y'all want to stay on, y'all want to stay on this, we can do it. That's what we get ready to do now. What we just did for everybody, what you just witnessed, is I've been talking to people about an apostle. I don't know if you guys know what an apostle is. An apostle is a pastor that's really, really, really high in terms of what his responsibility is. He's called an apostle. And that's kind of how he operates. So there are different kinds of apostles that you have. You have right now, I've just been teaching everybody the military apostle, okay? Well, I hope y'all got something out of it. Hope y'all, I'm going to go right back to it again, okay? I'm going to go back to it again, and it's going to cloud some stuff. All right, let's go to the next one. We dealt with the military apostle. Let's deal with the cultural apostle. Acts 17 verses 1 and 2 says this. Now, when they had passed through Amphipolis and Apollonia, they came to Thessalonica, to Thessalonians, really Thessalonians, where was a synagogue of the Jews. Listen to what the Bible says. And Paul, as his manner was, went in unto them, and 3 Sabbath days reasoned with them out of the scriptures. Now, this apostle that we're going to deal with is the cultural apostle. Listen to this, everybody. It's going to really kind of share with you some stuff you've probably never heard or thought of before. These apostolic leaders attract leaders into their networks because of political, social issues such as traditional marriage, abortion, immigration, social justice, and the like. They have a prophetic bent, and they are also great unifiers of like-minded leaders. Okay? They like to come together. Listen, the assignment of a cultural apostle can influence and change the culture. That's what they seek to do. They seek to do that. Apostolic culture is the shared characteristics and knowledge that is unique to the group of functioning apostles, including their language, traditions, character, beliefs, behaviors, interactions, experiences, and social skills. What they like to do is pull people together from a cultural standpoint. They deal with all of these different things that I just read to you. Language, traditions, character, beliefs, behaviors, interactions, experience, and social skills. Because that's one of the ways that you pull people together and make the culture tremendous as far as the cultural apostle is. A lot of people don't deal, and a lot of this stuff is not really putting his feet on church. These people, they into church. We know that because this is an apostle. But this apostle really looks at culture. Culture is a lot of things you can do to pull together people who really love culture. You know, for instance, when you get a bunch of people that are, I'm just saying this, I'm not saying this is what they were, but I'm just saying this is how you look at it. When people are democratic, they have a culture, okay? They have a culture, and people like to pull them together so they can get the job done in terms of what they like, what they think, and what they want the area that they are in or they live in is going to do. So these people love that, man. They love culture, and they work very hard to pull people together of the same culture. Okay, all right. Let me come down and see what y'all think of that. I haven't seen none of y'all at all with this one at all. Let me do this. I think I can come out of this. Take them out. There we go. You can see them on the gaming stream. We can see them on the gaming stream. It's needed in the church. The military general, it keeps the saints line. Brother DeBold knows says that. Yeah, okay, very powerful. Okay, that's good. That's good, Apostle Philemon. Okay, okay, yeah. There's a lot to deal with that. It's a lot to deal with that. That's the cultural apostle. That guy's the cultural apostle wants to pull people together based on what they love, you know, what they really believe in, or how they worship. They may worship a little bit different than another apostle or another church. Y'all see that? Okay, that's how that works. But you know, I'll be honest with you guys. Sometimes you have to be cultural because because nowadays a lot of days, Bishop Horn, a lot of days, man. Now that we're in the last days, man, people believe all kinds of things, and you cannot flow in a culture with them. You gotta nowadays, y'all need to know this. Now, in what we're in now, a lot of people don't really believe you have to speak in tongues to be born again. So you can't flow in culture with them. Okay, they might baptize you in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ for the remission of their sins, but they don't believe in receiving the gift of the Holy Ghost with the evidence of speaking in other tongues. Well, you cannot connect with them in their culture. Okay, but you might be looking for people in that culture, like in Higher Ground. In Higher Ground International Ministries, that I'm the presiding bishop over, you cannot even get into Higher Ground unless you believe like we do. Y'all see that? We have we have stopped a lot of people from getting into Higher Ground International because they didn't have the same culture we did. Y'all like that? I will believe, Bishop Horn. I will believe that is one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, who's above all, through all, and in you all. I will believe that until I die. I don't care what people think. And nowadays, people, man, they believe everything. And guess what, Bishop Horn? A lot of them are apostolic. They are apostolic, man. I know some of them. I know some of them what they believe, and it's really it's everywhere. It's here in St. Louis, man. If the old uh, apostolic fathers knew what was going on now, man, they would lose their minds telling people what they need to do. Okay, all right, let's move on. I'm gonna move on. We're gonna move on with this because I don't want to spend all day messing with this. Because what we want to do, we want to let everybody know what's going on with this. Let me back up on this just for 1 second now. Let me back up. Let me do this so y'all can still see Reverend Baylor is here. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to all of this, man. You know? And what was really interesting is this. What Paul did as an apostle and others that moved as an apostle, man, they went through a lot. They had some of the same problems we have today, but we're going to win. We're going to win. Okay. All right. Let's move beyond cultural apostles. Okay. Now, this is what I love. Now, we're going to deal with the signs and wonders apostle. In Acts 5, verse 15, here's what the word says. Insomuch as they brought forth the sick into the streets. How many times have you seen that? Probably haven't. They brought forth the sick into the streets and laid them on beds and couches, that at the least of the shadow of Peter passing by might overshadow some of them. Now, that's a powerful man. They brought people on beds and things like that and couches on the street because they felt that if Peter's shadow went over them, they would be healed. That's the kind of faith they had in what Peter was able to do. And Peter was a signs and wonders apostle. I'm just giving y'all the truth. Next to being a military apostle, I also flow into the signs and wonders apostles. Those of you that have been at Faith Miracle Temple for a while, even a little while or a long time, you all have seen a lot of people healed. God has just put that in my, put that in the gifts that he's placed in my life. Okay? Signs and wonders. When you have somebody that is a sign and wonders apostle, you will see a number of people that's under that apostle able to do the same thing that the apostle does. I tell you guys this all the time. Whatever I do, you all can do. Let me say it again. Whatever I do, whatever y'all see me do, y'all can do it all. Y'all can do it all. Let me say it one more time. Y'all can do it all because we all carry the same DNA. Whatever y'all see me do, you should do your best to work at doing it yourself. Okay, these apostolic leaders are like Apostle Peter, who spread the gospel by the use of extraordinary signs and wonders through the gift of faith. I'll tell you the truth. When we were on Lindbergh, and for 2 years, It was so many people got healed. I've never seen it happen before. I've never seen it like that. In what we do, I've never seen it. Okay? Yeah. Now, I didn't flow through signs and wonders like that. You know, a lot of when you say signs and wonders, usually that's somebody that really lays hands or speaks a word or something like that. But what we did a lot of, I did that too. Believe me, the Lord let me do that too. But one of the things that also caused people to be healed was because of the glory of God that was in our church. And a lot of times, people never had anybody to lay hands on them. It was just while we were worshiping in the church. Man, people were just getting healed from the glory of God. I'm telling you. And a lot of people got it. I don't know how many. Over a 2-year period, people got healed over and over and over and over and over and over again. Let me ask the question. I'll come back to this. How many of you guys were around when all of those people got healed? How many of you guys were around? Chantel said that is for sure a military apostle. You are a servant leader as well. That's a lot of stuff, Prophet. Is really weird. How in the world could you put a servant leader with a military apostle? You know, usually a military apostle is hard to get along with because he's going to tell you what to do and you got to do it now. But I don't operate like that. I know, like in today's church, man, you got to really know how to deal with people so you can serve them and help them do what they want to do so they can get their job done. But you know, everybody's different. And sometimes people are really, they have 2 or 3 different things that they walk in. Like I do these 2 right here, military and a servant leader. And servant leader and saints of the Most High God. I just did what I just read into your hearing. Okay? Signs and wonders. Man, I'm telling you, man, healing is so easy. Really, when you get an opportunity, it's not hard. The other day, I was telling you guys this. I think I was teaching this group that I was going into Walmart and a lady walked up to me. I was getting ready to go in. She was coming out. She said, "Aren't you Bishop Baylor?" I said, "Yep." "Where you know me from?" She said, "Well, when you were on Lindbergh, I came to your church and I walked up and you laid hands on me. I was messed up. My back was messed up. I couldn't do nothing." That was she talking like that. And she said, "When you laid hand on me, I got healed right there. And I've been healed ever since. There's nothing wrong with me anymore." Unbelievable. So that's another thing that God placed in the ministry that he gave me. That's how he did that. Okay? Mm-hmm. Yep, all of that for that. And nowadays, Lisa, you got to be sound in how you teach. All of this stuff, you know, sometimes it kind of moves over in different preachers or apostles' way of ministry, you know, because in these days, all kind of crazy stuff is going on. And that's exactly what's happening. Okay. So let me go back here because I only have about 7 minutes. It's about 7 minutes. I got about 7 minutes. And I want to finish this and just give you guys a chance to ask some questions real quick. Okay. These leaders can draw great crowds, build large churches, and regularly take risk of faith regarding finances, because people gonna give them a lot of money, building bigger buildings, as well as helping others walk in the supernatural. Well, saints, you think about it. We do all of this for an apostolic church that's Afro-American. To be in a church that seats just in the sanctuary 1,200 people is huge. That's huge. Okay. And God has blessed us to do that. And then, of course, we walk in the supernatural. We do that. I mean, that's just the way it is, man. I'm blessed by God for doing that. They will draw other pastors and leaders into their networks. And that's what we do with High Ground International Ministries. We already have done that. Who are hungry for the supernatural. You know what's interesting, man? When you read all of this stuff that apostles do, it's amazing that this is what we do. This is what I do. So people got to know that this stuff is real. All of this is real, prophet. All this stuff is real, Lisa. All this stuff is real, man. I've seen all of this stuff that I've been talking to y'all about. I have seen all of it. I've seen it. I have seen it. So what do y'all think about that? I might be trying to do one more. Because I told y'all I'm not going to do no 2-hour teaching like I used to do. I want to do something that would give you guys an opportunity. Let me see. Let me see. I'll pick it up next week. So let me ask you this. Since you guys have been a part of Faith Miracle Temple, let me ask you all a question. How do you feel like in the way that I lead as an apostle? What do y'all think about it? I just dealt with all the way through. I've dealt with 6 different kinds of apostles so far. What do y'all think about it? What do you all think about it? I just want to throw that out there. Yeah, you're right, Prophet. Thank you for that. Yeah, Prophet Chantel. Yeah, I try to help people. That's just in my spirit. I've always wanted to help people, man. I remember when I was in college, Prophet, you know, I was an athlete. I was playing baseball. I was the captain of my team. But we have some black brothers that was on the basketball team. They tried to get me on the basketball team because I could play. I'm telling you, I should have got on it, but I didn't. But you know what I used to do, Prophet? There was a guy in particular from somewhere in the South, and he was having problems in his classes, especially his class where he was dealing with algebra and all that stuff. So you know what I did? Because I knew him. He was a star on the basketball team. I used to sit down with him and help him know how to do the arithmetic and all the stuff he did with, man, I used to help him. I used to try to help him, you know, by connecting what he was learning to do with basketball. Because I would do stuff like, okay, if you take 5 basketballs here and you take away 3 basketballs, how many will you have? And if you multiply it by 2 more, well, how many will you have? I used to do stuff like that for him. I was just trying to help him. What y'all think? I want to throw that out there. What do y'all think? I mean, for some of y'all, think about it. I've been pastoring this church now. This is the 36th year for me. And man, it has been something else. And we're moving right now into another zone. It's going to be something, man. So what do y'all think? Y'all know it's not that many of y'all, but put that out there. What do y'all think about the way I've been leading, man? One thing I really try to do, I feel like this. If I can help all of our leaders become better at what they do, or make whatever they are working in better and better and better, man, I believe the church will be better. And that's the way I look at it. You know, I try to help people become a leader that will be successful. So what do y'all think of that? Y'all can put that in now. I mean, I'm not going to be crying and all of that. No, I just want to see what you all think of. We only have 4 minutes. Matter of fact, I'm going to come to y'all straight up like this. I'm going to come to y'all straight up. Okay, I'm going to come straight up to y'all. So what do y'all think of that? What do you guys think of that when you see all of these leaders, man, doing well with what they do? Because really, a lot of times we just don't know what to do. You know, we're sitting out there, we're making mistakes and things of that nature, but we're not taking time with people in order to show them what they should do. Y'all might not know this, but probably at the very least, somewhere between, I would say between 50 and I would say maybe 70% of the ministries that we have in Faith Miracle Temple, I started all of them. I started most of them. And then once I put them together and made them successful, I would turn it over to the people that I was showing how I did it. You know, I just seen that was a good way to do it. I would, let them be my, they would follow me and be in all the meetings and all that stuff. But when I would get through with all of it, I think, okay, they ready to run it now. And they would run it and they would do a very, very good job. Like even with what Karen does. Karen, man, we worked together for I don't know how long. And then finally she got so good at it, I just turned it over to her. And she's been doing an amazing job with it. See? Yeah. But that's how I was being a servant leader. I think that's the way anybody ought to do it. We ought to be servant leaders. Then people would know that you love them. They will know that you know what you're doing. They know that you would help them. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on. Just because you are an apostle doesn't mean that you can't help people. That's not what they're saying. That's not what it's saying. Man, the greatest people are those that have found out that if you help people, they will be able to do more. I'm telling you, that's the way it works. I'm telling you, that's the way it works, man. But a lot of especially military apostles, they don't look at helping folks. They work from the top down. And that's how that works. So, okay. So, hopefully you guys got something out of the lesson. This was really weird. And still, this man, oh Lord, this is something else, man. I'm telling you, it's something else. This group here, man, that we've been using for quite a while. A lot of things they did that, man, it happens so quickly, man. You don't even have time to deal with it. Okay. But it gives you an opportunity to do a lot. Okay. Anybody got any questions or comments? If not, we get ready to get out of here. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow at 7:00 p.m. And it will be in person. I will be teaching here in our sanctuary, letting you guys, be right there when I'm teaching. So you guys make sure you be there. It will be the first time we've done it in a long time. Okay. All right. Okay. God is good, stronghold in the time of trouble, nor those who trusteth in him. And that's what we want to do. Okay. We get ready to go. And God bless you all. One thing I want to show you all, though, I want to show you all a few things. This coming Sunday will be FMT Project Vision 2028. This coming Sunday, we're going to release Faith Miracle Temple's Project Vision 2028. And we're going to share some information with you, with everybody. We're going to be telling you guys exactly what we're going to do. I have a presentation that I will be teaching this coming Sunday. There will be others that will be, dealing with this coming Sunday. Want everybody to know that, okay? Also, all of you guys that have children or you have nieces and nephews, whatever else you have, want everybody to log in for Bright Path STEAM Academy, okay? You can go to my Facebook page and click one little button. Click it. You can just click one time And saints of God, it'll take you right where you can register, okay? You can register that way and be a part of our summer camp 2026. Want you guys to be a part of that, okay? Be a part of that because it will be July 23rd, virtual only. And that'll be on Zoom. And on July the 24th, that's on site only. Last but not least, I want you guys to start, man, working on preparing yourself for Faith Miracle Temple's annual conference. We have some wonderful preachers that will be preaching this year. Be a part of it. Start saving up your money to enroll for registration. Want y'all to be a part of that. Y'all know y'all have heard all of these preachers except for one, and this preacher is good. I mean, Prophet Chantel is here because he preaches for one of the pastors that we use a lot, that we love a lot. You know, Pastor Kimberly Ray uses this second guy from the left. He's a great preacher, and I've watched him preach before. I've seen him preach before. He's a preacher, and y'all know all the rest of them. Let me see. Can I make it a little bigger for y'all? Yeah, you know Pastor Bates, and you know Pastor, and you don't know Pastor Blue. He will be preaching, and of course, oh man, Prophetess Marcia Morrison, and last but not least, Bishop John Francis. All of them will be preaching, man, at the night sessions. Also, through the day, saints, is a lot of wonderful things that will be taught to you guys. It's going to be something else. Be a part of that. If you look to the right at the end there, right at the right, oh man, they give you how much to, it will cost you. Also, you can scan the QR code to register on Eventbrite. Okay, want y'all to be a part of that. Okay, hopefully I gave you guys enough, because it's about time to call it quits. God is so good. Love you guys. Let me pull that out really quick. So God bless you guys, man. You guys were good today. I don't know where that group came from. I do not know, but I got them out of there. Okay, God bless you guys. See you tomorrow night, everybody. And remember, until the next time, God wants to take you to higher ground.